I love doing this. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I'm rusty in the new studio. I'm rusty back home, but I'll be good. By tomorrow, I'll be good. When the time is right, I'll be ready to go. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. We've been battered in 2022. It's been rough. Thank you for the no sound. We're back in action, though. I appreciate you. God love you. God bless you for the love. Over 50% of the watchers haven't liked the stream. Smash that lifer. Pay the man. Shout out to my man, CNC Ireland. Shout out to Wen Dizzle. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for all of the awesome chats. Appreciate you all. No sound people. That's awesome. I mean, you're on point. Nice outfit, Sharp. Well, you know what? Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. And I do have pants on. Nice cocky J. Crew pants on as I almost fall down. I wear the same pants over and over again. I'm pretty plain. But what do I wear for the show today? You know, I said a jacket or a tie with the pocket square. Jacket, no tie with the square, or a shirt with no tie and a vest. And it was 61% said shirt, no tie, and a vest. So here I am with shirt, no tie, and a vest. So it is what it is. We're going to try to do this every single morning. 75 votes, 21 hours left. I mean, it's over now because I'm here. 826 views. We started putting the view count in there. I liked it, you know, that Elon put that in there. That's a new thing. So you can see how many people viewed it. Pretty awesome. Because before you'd see, oh, I got no traction. But you know what? A lot of people still saw you. So it's pretty interesting. They're just kind of lurking behind the scenes. You can see the lurkers right? Like 2,600 people saw this, and I tweeted this: do you still trust using 3 commas? And I even put the founder and the CEO there. Has the company done enough to remedy your concerns? Please let me know. And with the 21 comments and growing, it doesn't look too good. And you can even see here, I strongly believe tier 10 is correct here. Not 3 commas official response. BS. 3 commas API leak publish if you haven't already removed. And honestly, they keep saying they've done different things and all this, but like, I made my API 2 years ago. So I made my API 2 years ago. All right. And someone told me that they just made theirs like a week ago and it happened. Someone told me they made theirs just a couple days ago and it happened. So I can't, at this point, I'm done. I can't. I'm done. And it's sad because I had a good working relationship with them. I did have referrals, and it just, yeah. And someone said, someone called me a fraud in the comment section, and I said I'm not a fraud. I used 3 commas for 4 years. I barely made any money with them. I just taught what I used. Calling me a fraud, father of 2, and a dedicated husband is being offensive and misleading. You're a negative person who's projecting onto me. That's all I was saying. But again, it was sad what's going on. And I want to trust 3 commas. I want to use them, but like, I'm a smart dude. Like, I was raised right, and it's like, fool me once, my fault. It was sad. Your fault. Fool me twice, my fault. If I go back in there and I wake up one morning and I'm bamboozled again, I just don't see how it's going to be their fault. It's going to be my fault. So I just, and more coming out with Alameda as it is here, the funds, they were playing around. So sad what happened, really, when you think about it. If people were just ethical and did the right thing, we wouldn't be in this mess. I want to talk about my favorite pattern, the cup and handle today. They call me Sammy Cup and Handy as we end the year. 3 days left in the year, 29th, 30th, 31st, to get your ducks in a row. Not much time left to get everything neat and complete. I like the tie just really brings it together. However, I realized today I didn't give the option of the tie. All right. I didn't say shirt, tie, vest. I wonder if people saw that, Let's see the comments. I didn't even read the comments here. See my vest, see my vest, see my vest. That's hilarious. That would be, that was oh my God. Like, anyway, you remember that? I remember that episode. I grew up of the time. No shirt, no tie, just the vest. Wow. Dapper Dan, let's go. PJs. Which altcoin should I buy? I would never tell you to do that. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Hoodie and the fitted. Bitcoin jammies. I have an idea. Don't wear anything. Wow, a lot of people want to see me in the nude. Is John your father? Seriously, uncle, dad, cousin, or grandpa? We're going to address that question today. Professional. Love you, Lifer. Your market maker nightmare. Shout out to legendary sniper Xmas, the Sniper 8 Sniper. My man. Appreciate you for jumping on in. Thank you for jumping on into the live. Adam, resign. That's going in. Trending with Elizabeth Warren. That's interesting. A lot going on there, as you can see. I'm not going to get into it. I don't want to get into the nitty-gritty of that, but I'm pretty sure you can figure out where that's going. I'm pretty sure I can as well. So we got some tweets. I've been hiding this for a long time. I am the estranged, illegitimate son of John McAfee. God rest his soul. My mom just told me. Do you believe this? And let me know. Let me know. $100 BTC. Funniest answer. So jump on in it immediately. $100 BTC. Funniest answer. Let me know. That's why you want to come to the live stream. You never know. It may just get you going. All right. And what I'll do here to make it easy on you is I grab the tweet, send it on in, and pin it here. Make it real simple for you to answer the tweet so you can enter. $100 in BTC. What a beautiful thing it is to be alive. You are the best. You will be president. Shout out to Jay Bella. May God bless you, man. You never know. I could become the president of, you never know what's going to happen 20 years from now, 30 years from now. 2032, I'm setting my let me take a, hold on. I want to make sure I'm right on that. Yeah, because 2024, 2028, 2032 would be a presidential election year, I'm pretty sure, right? So I'm aiming my sights 10 years from now, okay? I'll be 50 years old, and I'll be more established, far loaded, right? All goes well, I'll have my billions of dollars by then. I'll be a billionaire, or maybe almost a trillionaire. You never know. Who knows? I don't want to cap myself off at any small spot, you know? So you never know where we could end up together. So they call me Sammy Cup and Handy. I saw HAPI in a cup and handle. It boomed to the upside. We went over that, right? You can watch my previous live streams. You can see there's a little bit of a movement there. But I want to talk about EFX. And you can see this cup and handle. And it's just interesting. And I didn't play this. I think someone in my trading group played this. Or, you know, I wasn't in on this. I think I saw it. But you can see how these cup and handles, they like to go out to the upside in a nice manner. All right? And this is why I love it. And you can see the tight moving averages. The 200 always plays a role in my trading style. The 200 simple moving average, the SMA. And it's and when you use the same type of moving averages, honestly, you can use EMAs. Some people say, why don't you use EMAs? And I said, because I don't. And they just looked at me funny. Now, if you're a trader, you'll understand that, I guess. If you have your own system, you'll be like, oh, I get what he's saying. Right? And the gains keep coming in. My man hit a perp here long. Wow, 45% gains on KuCoin. Shout out to DJ Frodo in the game. So EFX, which is effect.ai. And, you know, AI coins are starting to kind of make a bit of a move. And there's a whole slew of AI coins. We have Matrix AI. We have Metaverse. Honestly, EGLD may be kind of moving into the AI section a little bit too. But there's a whole slew of AI coins. A whole slew of them. Right? I could give them all away. I think I have a list of them. But the thing about it is they're starting to make a bit of a move now. You know? AGIX. Remember, AGIX is an interesting one. Let me just take a look at that. Probably down in the dumps. But I haven't looked at this one in a long time. Singularity.net. It's not too bad. It's actually consolidating somewhat nicely in this sideways manner here. You can almost see it in this tighter channel. So this is another AI play. If AI starts to move, Singularity.net token, this thing will start to make a bit of a move too, in my humble opinion. This has something to do with ADA too. It's like the AI on Cardano network. So it's got some ADA link. And honestly, you know, I still do, but we were seriously burning and turning when the group first began. It was all just going through projects, right? And getting it in. I mean, nobody knew what was going to be the next thing. We were all kind of hashing out the new tech and figuring out where things were going to go. And we had some people that were deep into this coin, understood it, really, really liked the whole movement of this. Remember, we got into Quant around 87. Despite the up and downs of Quant is actually still holding a gain, you know, comparatively, relative to the rest of the market. 22-hour does have to continue to dump now or maybe possibly turn. And you get your daily getting overbought as well without the push to the upside. Not the most bullish sign. 3-day chart could even roll over and give you one more dump to the downside. Look what you see there. If I get rid of all this nonsense, see the shoulder head and a shoulder there for Quant. What I do, people are just interested in Quant. I always am. It was a good play a few times. That head and shoulder boomed out, but that's all we got out of it. And you know what? It's funny is 9 out of 10 times I see coins come back to their original neckline of the head and shoulder, right? I see it all the time. Happens like so much. I mean, the 3-day chart has kind of a bullish push to the upside. That is a shoulder head and a shoulder, though. Not looking pretty to me, personally. Have to kind of hope that this falling wedge would do something different and hold this point of control. Double bottom off the point of control. Could Quant get a gain there? Other time frames are also kind of, you know, also likely. Yeah, 4 hours says maybe. Worth watching. I'd wait for it to get above the point of control or above about 131. And then gap that move up to about 226. Could be a bit of move there. But the safe play would be wait for it to get above 132, 131 area. Take a look at Mask. My man asked about Mask on the chat. Thank you so much, Ray Ambler. My man Ray Ambler with the baby blue super chat. I could be wrong. Cayenne? You tell me. I'm slightly colorblind, but I think I got that. Casper sitting 618 looking for a bounce. Yeah, we'll look at KAS. Appreciate that too. And wow, this is how the group moves, man. People just keep throwing ideas in there. We keep flying. I take an idea. You take an idea. We keep moving. This is what I love about the chat. This is what I love about being live, baby. You can't make this stuff up. You can't replace being live. You just can't. You can make pre-recorded videos all you want, and I love them. And I think they're super hard and they're not easy to do. I'm not taking away from they're like, you got to edit them. You got to think about them. They're spot on. I just don't. But you can't replace the live. You know what I mean? You just can't. It's like being in the studio with the band or out there with the crowd, live with the crowd, baby. There's just nothing better than it. So Mask did come back to that area of retracement, pumped up, got that funky, rejection at 415. Market took a bit of a dump. Been struggling ever since. You know, I saw it in this beautiful channel, wanted it to break on out. It got tight. It was nice and oversold. There was just so much movement there. Looking beautiful on the daily. Got its move, but just came back down and reset. I like to clear all my stuff and just kind of look at it again. I mean, it is touching the 200 SMA, which is a good sign. And now we can just look at it more like it's retracing back to the 786 retracement. And it has this like level. And now you're looking at Mask more like at a falling wedge that wants to break back to the upside. It's holding a higher low. It's touching the 200 SMA. Tight moving average on the daily. Daily does want to come back down though. I wouldn't be surprised if possibly we open up like this and Mask comes back down for a lower low area. Kind of has that shoulder head and the shoulder looming. And if Bitcoin takes a dump, Mask will take a dump. See this rollover here? It's not the best sign on the daily. I've seen that rollover many times in my life, and the 22 says it has more downside. Possibly to bounce off of this area here. So, seeing some bearishness here. Mask also breaking below the 200 SMA on the 4-hour time frame. We all know what that means. If it can't hold this level here, which it is attempting to double bottom, it's likely to go down here to right here to about 152. All right, I wouldn't be surprised if it did go lower. 4-hour does want to pop, and I understand that, but the bigger time frames show me that there could be more downside. 1-hour time frame also not in the best space, and we got rejected twice, basically by 250. And now you're below the 200 SMA again. You got to look at these things. The support and resistance is key. What levels could you not break above? All right, I don't care. Like, you know, you can dream it all you want. And honestly, this is a head and shoulder that already broke to the downside. This is interesting. This is how these bearish patterns work. Just beautiful thing to see here live. And your neckline to your head is going to be your measured move, right? And honestly, I mean, you kind of have like, I think there's a tiny inverted in there. Let's see that. Tiny inverted head and shoulder. You see it? It's kind of like, it's a mess though. And to me, you're consolidating into a bit of a bear flag. And this puppy could break to the downside for Mass. So the whole market's kind of leaning bearish in my humble opinion. 194. One more sell-off in 2022 is possible. Why not? I mean, what a year, right? Why not just hit us with everything it has at the last minute? I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be the first time or the last time markets did a funky move at the end of the year. Top 5 most Googled cryptocurrencies worldwide in 2022. I would like to know that, wouldn't you? And when that's ready to load, because we can't wait all day for that. We just can't. So sad, man. Justin Carolyn Ellison admits she and SBF agreed to hide that Alameda Research could borrow unlimited assets from FTX. I mean, that was December 23rd, though. Watch, Guru just keeps putting it in. The FBI is now looking for Sam Trabucco, the former CEO of Alameda. They're not going to get the easy deal that Caroline and Gary Wang are receiving. Looking for. I thought they were already in there. I'm done buying dips on Solana. $3 to $5, says my man. Funny. Wow, they capitalized into Emergent Fidelity. They made another company, and they took loans out on that company, Emergent Fidelity. The company then purchased 56 million shares in Robinhood, according to the affidavit. They thought they could just take the fake money and turn it into real assets to the point of no return till they own so much of so many different things. I mean, it's kind of what the banking system did in the old century, right? They let me tell you, let me explain. This is what he did is basically the first ever Ponzi scheme or that ever really existed. Let me get my time. Sam's got to go to the drawing board. Time to go to the drawing board, everybody. Are you ready? And we're gonna get in to everything I'm saying. I'm already kind of went over Bitcoin, right? We hit mask up. Let's go over the comments. There's always someone being awesome. Who's awesome today? CJ Baker. There's always a few booms in a bear drop, my man. Hey Sam, shout out to you. Say face. God bless. You went with the vest. I was hoping for the tie and the square. Lieutenant Dan Dangle, my man. I had to go with whatever the poll said, man. I couldn't do what I wanted. I put a poll out. You got to hit the poll. If the poll says something, you got to hit the poll. The poll 60% said, look at 19.7 though. 76 votes. Amazing. And I'll put it out for tomorrow now. We'll do the poll for tomorrow now, I guess. Right? And I don't think people heard me correctly. Right here, this funny tweet. I want to hear the answers. I'm going to read them. The funniest answer, $100 BTC. Let me know. I've been hiding this for a long time. I'm a strange, illegitimate son of John McAfee. God rest his soul. My mom just told me. Do you believe this? Answer the tweet. Let me know. Let me know. I want to get to see. I would like to get 1,000 views, man. Let's get real with this. All right. Maybe I have to retweet. Let's see here. I mean, we're looking for about like 70 comments, 50 retweets. Come on, let's get the let's go. Like, we're the lifers, man. Is this really the group that we got? I mean, not here. I mean, right here. 70 comments, 50 retweets here. If we hit that, someone's getting paid. Help someone else get paid. Do your part. Throw the karma ring into the ring. Throw your karma chip into the ring. Let us know. There we go. There's a retweet. Everyone who commented should retweet, number one. So that should be 1818. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get this up to 70 comments, 50 retweets. I know we can do it. 1,100 people seen the thing, for crying out loud. You know, I would hook you up. I can hit my own. I can retweet my own tweet. All right. Mass doesn't look amazing. GMX has been on my radar. Sad to say it couldn't hold the zone, but look, rising wedges break to the downside 68% of the time. And they usually break down to where they began. Come on, baby, back down and we can find you. This is where you pull a Fibonacci and just wait patiently. 61878. This whole area is really up for grabs, but you want to start seeing a double bottom or some type of divergence inside of the falling wedge. And I've seen it 1,000 times before. And it could bounce from here too off that point of control. We'll see. It loses the point of control, though. It's likely to drop down to the 786, 886 retracement level. And there you have it. The TA does what it's supposed to do. Rising wedges break to the downside. Here's a rising wedge bear flag. Supposed to drop. It did for ARPA. I always call it ARPA. ARPA. Right? And today, honestly, the market is drier than a bone. Hard, tough market. You know, Mira did that crazy move. Came back down. Had another pump off. Look, the 2-hour time frame had that oversold behavior. And look, you pull a Fibonacci here. You came down to that 886 basically. See that? And the 200 SMA. See how the 200 SMA and the retracement to the fib, and it may be the 786 in the 200, it may be the 706 in the 200, but you're going to see some confluence. And this is how, nothing is guaranteed in trading, but you're going to start to understand the environment you're in. You're going to start to see things that you normally would not see. Mirror Protocol in the 15-minute, looking like it's in a bit of a flag here that could do some damage. You never know, though. Again, nothing I say and do is financial advice. It's just something I'm looking at. I had even no idea I would see this today. I don't own any Mirror Protocol, and I'm not in the trade personally. MACD looks like a good turn. Stochastics are low. I've scalped something like that, in my life many, many times. 34%, I don't know, maybe just a double top. See how much gas it has. It doesn't seem to really care about Bitcoin, though. It's above the big point of control, which could give it some gasolina. It's not below it. So that's some signs of life here for Mirror Protocol in the 15-minute. 1 hour could flip from that. 4 hours got some momentum. So, honestly, the little 15-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour world shows some signs of life for Mirror. The top gainer of the day, could it continue? Lately, I've been seeing the top gainer of the day continue into the afternoon. Or at least from 10 to 1 o'clock. I've been seeing it a lot, but you never know. Anything is possible. It could dump right now, all the way down to nothing. This ascent was in a bit of a falling wedge here that kind of broke out. See this? And again, look, bouncing off what? The 200 SMA. The yellow moving average with the low stochastic. MACD turning. Falling wedge also on the RSI. These are things I'm teaching in my trading class every single Tuesday. We will teach it next Tuesday. Jump on in. I can't wait to see you there from 3 to 5:30 into the trading group. It's actually into the trading class. It's a 2.5 hour class where I give you a PowerPoint 9-point checklist. You spend 2 hours with me, and we just go over it all. We break it down, and I show you my special sauce, what I'm looking at, how I'm going after what I'm going after. Give you a 9-point checklist, things that I'm looking at before I get into a trade, right? And just like so much other awesome insight that I believe could just give you so much, give you a jump. And, for me, it's about you get into YouTube, you start watching YouTubers, and you watch 100 of them, 20 of them, 50 of them, and you're over here, you're over there. You had this indicator, you had that indicator. Next thing you know, you're buying an indicator for $1,500 a year, $2,000, but you got no money. You're putting it on a credit card. You're losing money trading. You think the indicator is going to help. It doesn't. You lose more money with the indicator. I've been there. I've seen it all. I've heard the stories. If I haven't done it, I've read 100 stories. People would just pour their hearts out to me. Hundreds of people around the world. Sam, this is what happened to me, And so I've man, if I haven't done it, I've heard it. And the stories I've heard are unbelievable. People with 500 Bitcoins, 1,000 Bitcoins can't find them. Bought Bitcoin back in the day, thought it was trash. Used it to buy a bunch of something, didn't realize what it was. Had thousands of them. Lost, seed phrases, lost computers. Even more stories like that. But jump on in, teach class. I will teach you everything I know. And the point of this is what I'm saying is you watch all these YouTubers, you do all these different things, and you end up in the same place 4 to 5 years later, and you miss most of the bull run. You don't understand. You don't have the education. Why don't you come get your butt kicked with the lifers? Why don't you go through the bear market with us? I went through the bear market with my team, and you know what I'm saying? It's been actually one of the best years ever because I've been with the lifers every single day. Shout out to my awesome trading group. Shout out to each and every one of you who dedicate yourself to me. Dedicate yourself to all the other lifers. Show up every day, and you don't dedicate yourself to me. You dedicate yourself to your own betterment, and I dedicate myself to teaching you. So it's about us dedicating ourselves to teaching. Staying positive every single day. Drinking that lemon water. Let's bring that lemon water in. A shame we didn't bring it in yet. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Now, that's an ugly move, but it was a move nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? I'm just drawing it out. Band Protocol has a bit of a pump today, too. Coming out, look at this, a cup and handle. And see, cup and handles produce these straight pumps. I've noticed it more than any other pattern in the game. You get this boom, like just straight out, you know? Look at HAPI. We're going to take a look at what happened to HAPI. And today is the day of the cup and handle. Today's the day we celebrate Sammy Cup and Hattie in 2022. And I don't know when Sammy Cup and Hattie was created. I don't know who first said it. I don't know if I created it or if someone said it on the live. Usually things are created by the team. Someone's on the live stream, they say something, I adopt it. I wouldn't be surprised. But look, see how it just pumped? Look, see how they just go straight out? It's just nuts. The cup and handle is absolutely absurd. Also, we are getting a huge pump here for the S&P 500. The S&P futures. And when we take a look at it, it has to break back above this point of control. It has to break back above this 200 SMA. It looks like it's getting rejected by the 200 SMA right at this point of control, right at the trend line. If it can't get above the zone here, it's going to make its move all the way back down to about 37.63 and likely take Bitcoin with it, possibly. The stochastics are a bit overbought unless we get a double pump here and a nice move to the upside, which we could get. I've seen before. We will have a reset, though, more than likely to the downside. S&P has to get back above this point of control here at 39.72. All right. I do see a cup and handle on the S&P. You see this? Cup with a handle. It could even come lower here to 37.60, like I'm saying. Get the bounce off this strong level of support and resistance and continue. However, it did lose that point of control, the bigger one, when I zoom in here. And once it lost this area here at about 37.75, it decided, it could fall all the way back down to the low liquidity zone at 35.70, 35.60 area. So this kind of last chance is a stand here at 37.60. We lose that, we're likely to drop all the way down to 35.70. And that would be Bitcoin down, in my humble opinion. That would take Bitcoin down, in my humble opinion. Sorry about that. You can still kind of see it, right? This is the cup and handle for the S&P, though. Sorry about that. That would take Bitcoin down to about, I think, I shouldn't say I think, but like 15.8, 15.5, 15,000. If you see the S&P take that tumble. So we got to watch this very, very closely. It's very important. Has some sustenance of what we'll see for Bitcoin. Trying to get this bullish cross here, getting a pump. 22 hours looking good. Can the 22-hour get the push? Look, 22-hour needs to break back above 39.29, 39.30, really, and this point of control, 39.74, 39.75, I'll call it, to remain bullish. Can the 22-hour save the day? Boom. Can we get back above these zones? And then again, we're going to have to break above this resistance, but we'll get there. First, let's get above these two little areas, the 200 SMA as well. And we're below the 200 SMA on the 4-hour. Bearish times, So we're going to watch this 4-hour. We're going to watch what we're seeing. The 1-hour also showing signs of a pullback, but maybe we can get the push. I've seen it happen. Let's look at our 15-minute is spent to. 7-minute Hail Mary, 7-minute is spent to, telling us that we're likely getting a resistance move here. Any bearish divergence, 7-minute starting to make a little bit because that is just a higher peak than that. Not perfect though. If this is a swing down, that's a slight swing up. You got a little bit of kind of hidden bearish right there. This swings down, that swings up. That's hidden bearish divergence. Could give us a move to the downside as well, getting rejected by a local point of control. So some indecision. We're going to have to see some massive pumpage here for the S&P today to clean it up. Otherwise, it's most likely a fake out and a rejection back to the downside, which I believe will impact Bitcoin, which, they've been back to kind of correlated again, even though they got a little discombobulated for a while. So yeah, a lot of the high coins took their pumps. We'll see what's up next in the line. HISQUIGGLE did the damage. Look at that. Almost every single one of these did damage. Insanity. Insanity. Let's take a look at Squiggy. HISQUIGGLE. 4-hour does want to make that push to the upside. 1-hour does want to make that push to the upside. These are very high risk, though. Low cap gems on KuCoin. They're fractional reserves of NFTs. So if you don't know what a high coin is, it's a fractional reserve of an NFT. It's if you took like an NFT, put it in a fund, and then you were able to kind of peel off a reserve of it. From what I gather. Makes some sense to me. The daily, the 22 hours, a little overbought now 4 hours trying to make that move. 1 hour wants to make a move. You could see a little bit of a move here. These have been the only thing that have been really hot to trot recently. Possibly 52%, but again, you know, tread lightly, and you never know. I can pull a little mini fib. See, I'll pull a mini fib from here to there. I won't use this bottom to top. You know, I guess I can. It depends. Here you said he already hit the fib, and now it's playing at the 0.5. And then if you pull the mini fib, it's basically in the golden pocket on the mini fib. Two things that are both looking pretty nice to me. Possible move to the upside. 15-minute also lurking for some momentum. So it's interesting. High squiggle on the radar, if anything. High squiggle. Not a lot out there, though. Not a lot out there today, in my humble opinion. Wow, and the new year will be Sunday night. Is that true? So insane. Oh no, Saturday night. Sunday night will be the first of the year. Wow. So Saturday night is the new year. Wow. And that's awesome because we do the monthly candle close. So we'll be able to do the monthly candle close on Saturday night. I love that because, you know, I don't mind doing the extra stream, but it's nice when the monthly candle closes on a night stream. Because when it doesn't, that's an extra stream that day, right? So Saturday night we'll do the monthly candle close for Bitcoin. And then we're going to do that's going to be a yearly candle close, which is insane. We'll have Bitcoin on the yearly. Let me do 1 year here. We got to do 52 weeks. The 52-week chat. I couldn't get the year, so. Look at that nasty, though. That's a bear market. That's a bearish engulfing candle. Almost took 2 years of gains out. Look at that. So gross. Look, it has a bad year, 3 good years, a bad year, 4 good years, a bad year. Flat, though. That one's flat. That one's pretty flat after the bad year. You can see it. Flat, flat, but we eventually build on up. This is the cycle of Bitcoin on the yearly. We're going to have a yearly candle close. 3 days and 9 hours, the 52-week candle will close. That's insane. So hilarious, right? So we're going to have our yearly candle close for the... I've never done a yearly candle close. I just didn't think about it last year. Maybe I did. I can't remember. We did New Year's, but I don't remember bringing up the 52-week candle. I don't. So that's going to be an interesting thing. And shout out to everybody. I have not had a chance to look at the people on the live. 400 beautiful people on the live stream. 220 likes. It's just not going to cut it in the Lifer group. If we were going into, if we were troops in army together, we'd all have to hold each other down. I mean, we'd have to be a unit. And a unit is 400 to 400, man. We would match those likes, man. We got to be all in, baby. Crypto Lifer, baby. Lifers for life, man. We going in. Got to support each other every single day and help the stream. I'm a small business owner, technically, too. CEO, founder of a small business, grinding with my wife and kids out here all alone. Nobody pays my bills. Nobody helps me. I grind. If I get sick, if something happens to me, it's a wrap. And so, we got to push forward every single day and do the best things that we can for each other. And if you can hit that like button, it really helps me motivate and get other people to the live. It helps me continue to move. So I greatly appreciate that. Helps the frequency of the entire stream boost forward and fly, baby, fly. Right? Funny, if you look at the weekly on these things, they're just gone. Like, gone. Look at that. Just straight. Gave it away, gave it back. Funny. The 52-week chart. Never looked at that before. And so you see things you do, you never know you're going to do. Trading is just, you never know what's going to happen. Polka City, man. Polka City. Every single coin that had some type of hope, just gone. Look at that. Just Drano. 284. Bang. Down to a penny. It can always get worse with these little garbage coins, I'm telling you. Electronium Classic looks okay on the 8-day chart. Interesting, right? 3-day chart also could be making a higher low there. Interesting. Slight cup with a long elongated handle, double bottom. Ethereum Classic, sorry. Ethereum Classic. Call it Electronium Classic because Electronium always gets stuck in my head from the Cryptopia hacks, which are finally getting sorted out after all this time. Pretty crazy if you think about it. Sending your troop jets for TA and deep dive. Shout out to CNC Ireland. Thank you for saying that. Shout out to Jeff Cashmore. Happy New Year to you, Jeff. Love learning. May God bless you for coming on into the live. Twin line man for hire 2023 looking flat. Look at that red candle. I know. Not enough data on the yearly to pay it much mind. Emery, possibly. Does it look like a mini cup and handle inside the triangle you drew? Jonathan Lavoie. In there, I see one there, yeah. Yeah, it was a sin blocking the charts. May totally apologize for that. It happens sometimes, man. Got my ETH buy at 1,750. Not bad. I'll be in class next Tuesday trying to figure my Discord situation out. But I'll find a way. Don't worry, man. Sammy coming handy. Pay the piper and you could... Funny. Can't see the banner. Poster is covering the chart. Honda Man said, take the course. Y'all will be able to figure this all out yourself with the lifer vision you would have. My man's pretty telling the truth. Your Bruce banner is still up, lifer. Thanks, man. Just checking out the chat. Back to normal account. New Year, same gains. I mean, we're going to find a way no matter what. I never thought these high coin, I never knew what a high coin was. These things came out of nowhere. So there's always seems to be a way. Where there's a will, there is a way every single time, baby. Every single time. Let's get into the DXY because we have to. So look, DXY. See, we have bounce. We want to see it break that resistance. See, this previous resistance becomes new support. So we're testing this new area here for a bit of a bounce. See, on the bigger scale. Kind of an upward cup and handle too, like an elongated one. An ascending one. See, I've played that game before. What I do like is I've been showing the monthly chart. And the last time the monthly did this, we had a Bitcoin rally. Bitcoin rally. This would be Bitcoin's rally all the way to 2025. 2024. See, we would end somewhere down here off support. It would make perfect sense. You know, maybe it would take a little longer. And somewhere 2025, 26, and the Bitcoin's rally would be over and the dollar would rally again. This could be the major one, though. I mean, it pumped up hard, had to take a nasty dive. Pumped up hard. This was just a very, like, it's like if you pump a balloon up and it almost breaks, but then they pumped it up so much it had to pop. So, like, it's going to be a bigger dump, in my humble opinion, because the pump was bigger, right? And look at the dollar taking a nice dump. We talked about this. We didn't want to see it go back above 105. And now, look, it's taking this nice little dump down to 103. I mean, every time we see this number change, now we're at a 3. We went down all the way to 103.45. We came back up to 104.90. And I kept saying, hey, we don't want to get back above the zone. We don't want to break above. We get solid. I would love to see this break down. Now, to me, it's a bear flag because it came into it from the top. And we have this measured move to the downside here, which would take the dollar back to 102.60. All right. And now we can actually move this a little bit over. And like we would dump somewhere down into the zone. And so we want to see this rejection occur for the dollar. 4-hour time frame is pushing down. Can we get a bigger dump? Let's get that dump. We want to see the dollar break this level and dump, please. Now, Bitcoin and the dollar have dumped together every once in a while, but come on, baby. This is what we want. 22-hour, just kind of come up and dump on us. Daily wants to take a tumble too. I like that bearish engulfer. Let's close bearish and get this fallout. This would be very, very advantageous for BTC. We're below the 200 SMA, the 21. We're about to get a death cross here for the dollar. The 50 to cross the 200 SMA. This is what we're looking for. Bullseye, bang, And this is why you come to the channel, because even I didn't have that ready, but now I see it and we're ready to go. So that's important. Death cross coming for the dollar on the daily time frame. 4-hour time frame, if you look, let's see. Already, yeah, our death cross was a long time ago. 4-hour really, to me, is the most accurate death cross. Because look, you had the death cross there, and the dollar's been dumping ever since. I bailed on the dollar up around this area at 19,000 for Bitcoin. Surprisingly enough, the dollar dumped with Bitcoin, which hadn't happened. They had been completely inversely correlated. That threw off my years of ratio, reverse, basically back engineering and retesting. And kind of was unfair because all my bases were based on high probability moves. Then I get into Bitcoin at the height of the dollar, but yet somehow Bitcoin and the dollar dumped together. That had me for a little bit of a loop, but it is what it is. I still feel like I bought the bottom of Bitcoin, whether it goes to 10,000 to 19K, anywhere between 10 and 20,000, I believe is going to be a steal of a deal. Take a look at our crypto fear and greed index. Let's give it a reset. Make sure we're still at 28. We are today, and it's been 28 across the board, 26 last month. And honestly, I think there's way more fear in the market than that, but it's just saying that the fear is pretty flat. Honestly, not even enough people to feel the fear. It's kind of the OGs in the game. Hey, Lifer, can you check HIFLUF? We'll take a look at HIFLUF. There's a gap that still needs to be filled on the DXY. Mountain Man, don't be too confident to know where bear market ends. Could take 5 to 10 years to really recover to the all-time high. Just bear market rallies in between. I mean, you never know. I'm open-minded. I hope not. That would be insane, though. If there's a will, there is a rug pull, my man. When you read Lifer's testimonials, you'll know where you're in the right place. The testimonials, thank you. I had a beautiful testimonial yesterday. It really, touched me. Did you already cover Sol? No. I'm staying positive. I don't know when the bear market will end. God, good chance anyways. You never know. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, right? And you go from there. Stay humble and just kind of continue to grind. God has a plan for each and every one of us for whatever reason. Puts us through what we learn, and when we get out on the other side, that's how I made it here. I have no idea how I made it here, but I am. So if I can get here, you can get anywhere. Take that as just an inspirational idea. If I can get on YouTube, begin to grow, and you can do anything you plan on and begin to grow. I have faith in each and every one of you that you can do anything you put your mind to. You are the opportunity. If you want to see change in your life, you need to be the change in the life. To see the change, you need to be the change. Feel the change, be the change. Just do. Write down how things will change if you do a certain thing and then begin to do that certain thing. It's like, I'll look better if I go to the gym. People look at themselves in the mirror. I don't like myself. I look fat. I don't appreciate how I look. So write down, how can I change that back? I could get myself to a gym, or I could begin to work out. Write it down, and then the next morning, you begin to work out. You need to be the change. You need to write down the change, see the change. Okay, I know what I need to do to change, and then you need to do it. Discipline. And my man's coming through right here. Desire, dedication, discipline, determination. The 4 Ds, baby. First, you desire to change your life. I say it all the time. Then you find something to dedicate yourself to over and over again. I dedicate myself to streaming. I love it. I love YouTube. I love interacting with people. I love traveling the world. I love meeting people. I love putting my life out there in love and getting love back. It's awesome. I think it's an amazing way to be. So that's something that I do. And then I like to teach. So, okay, you found your dedication, right? And then you discipline yourself to do it every single day. Every day without stop. 5 years straight. After 5 years of doing something, you should have a pretty good handle over it every single day. And you'll have gained your 1,000, 10,000 hours, or probably more than that. And you can consider yourself kind of, someone who is very, very known in the field and has a pretty good understanding of the field that you're in, where if anyone tries to tell you different, you can look them dead in the face and be like, well, I backtested this for this, or I did this, and whatever it is, being a mechanic, being a tiler, being a carpenter, a roofer, it doesn't matter. The more you do something, the more you're going to know about all the little intricacies that involve being the best at it, right? Because everything being the best involves all the little pieces. It's all the tiny little pieces that make up the big whole, right? I always refer to Tom Brady because I love Tom Brady. Going through a tough year, but I still love Tom Brady. And he could still pull it off. You never know. He's still in the runnings to win the Super Bowl, even though people think I'm nuts. Still a chance. Still a chance. And look, I told you about these 77s. 277 likes on the live, right? Boom, look at that. 404 people. I love y'all. Still 123 beautiful souls. Afraid of that. 127 beautiful souls. Afraid of that like button. But don't worry. You will be okay. You will be okay. I'm telling you right now. We'll get you going. We'll get you in there. Life will be okay. I know it will be. I promise. As long as you have appreciation for what you have and you have gratitude, my God, so much is coming for those that have gratitude for their lives. That's how more comes into your life. Gratitude. And more entertainment, a little less charts for the last 3 days because this is what's going on, everyone. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. I'm not trying to be, the market is what it is, but I want you to realize that you don't just come here, you come in to learn, and it's all about learning, but we're a family, and time shifts and bends, and we're going through all that together as a team. So look at this. Breakout back into the falling wedge. Can you break back to the upside with the 4-hour time frame? Back to the top of this channel. I've seen this before. A little bit of a bullish divergence. That's a swing down. Interesting. 4-hour does have a little bit of bullish divvy. I didn't see that before. Let's double click and look at it closely. And look how much more apparent it is when you zoom in. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. So swing low to swing high to the upside. Swings more. Actually, that does swing to the upside because you had to jettison down. Although you have an overall trending down. Were you supposed to get that call? Never seen that number before. Strange. I still see this shoulder, this head, this shoulder. To me, it looks like a complex head and shoulder that just wants to take you down, 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 down. I'm more bearish than bullish. And again, it's pretty simple to me. I see a rejection point. So I see, you short resistance. So unless we get back above 16,950, expect more downside. And then we even have a bit of, we bounced here. This was a support zone, and we're resisting it here too. So if you can't get back above 16,008, expect more downside. So I expect more downside because we repetitively now have been able to get back above the zones that we've been looking for. So I'm expecting a dump down to at least this yellow line, 15,770, and a possible double bottom. And we could go lower and make a new low down to 14,500. Be nice, scary, getting everyone really freaked out. They'll eventually sell, people that are down right now will sell their altcoins. They'll eventually leave crypto altogether. They'll sell everything. They will capitulate like you wouldn't believe. Bling, bling. This thing will capitulate to 13.8. Maybe even 12.9. You get to 14.5. 12.9 is an easy target. So have those limit orders ready for low BTC. Because I would not be surprised. And I'm not saying I'm guaranteeing this because we still have a support zone we're lightly holding. We're lightly holding this area. And just like I said, if we can't get above, if we don't go below. So we've been stuck in the zone as above, so below. Who knows what I'm saying when I say that? As above, so below. Who knows what I say when I say as above, so below? Anybody? Sorry, guys. I love crypto and have NFTs, but we got a lot more bleeding to come. Wave, Anku Kutsi Butsu, yep, Fed. We out here in Dubai with the Lifer Army. Believe and appreciate Lifer TA. We will talk about Bitcoin at 16K. We will smile at 69 when all prevails. The Masons, my man, Thomas Semenich. He knows what he's saying. Can you check out CLV? Thank you. Shout out to Crypto Bob Schlong. Oh, that's hilarious. Can't say that word on the live, man. It's Hermetics. Let's take a look at our baby HIFLUF. And you really got to look at it on like the 1 minute chart. Starting to make a rounded bottom here. And that's what you need. This thing just came out, took the pump with the dump. Whenever they come out, they hit the market hard, and then they always get sold off for whatever reason. I see that all the time. You got to just really watch the smaller time frame. Eventually, you'll get some traction on the 7 or the 15, and that'll give you more of a sense of what's happening. You know, does it want to? Yeah, could it possibly bump up? Almost looks like it is breaking out in a way to the upside here. I would not touch this with a 10-foot pole. I would never trade a brand new coin like this. I need to see it give some more market structure. It's very high risk for me personally. You can do whatever you want, but that is so high risk for me. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I look at, but you do whatever makes you happy. You're not me, I'm not you. We have completely different ideas, risk, different risk levels, and, different funds. So you could be you're probably far more, could easily be far more financially off than me, right? So who knows? What do you think about DENT USDT? I think it's an old coin that's kind of done, man. Personally. Recently listed on MEXC. Really? Isn't that an old coin, though? Let's take a look at Casper. I've been watching Casper in this retracement for a while now. Let's see what it's looking like here. On the daily time frame. Yeah, so it retraced all the way back down. Now, see, I kept saying I wouldn't be surprised if I see it slip into the golden paquito. And there it is now, into the golden pocket. So we've just been watching this retracement, knowing that at one point, it's going to make a bit of a move. It had a 30% move there, just alone right there out of that little move. Yeah, just continue to watch this retracement. It's now in the golden pocket. It's very oversold on the daily time frame. MACD is getting exposed. RSI is super low. To me, it's only a matter of time. Now, there could be more downside. You never know. Back to the 706, 886. It could go all the way down to here. What you look for is a strong divergence. 4-hour time frame. Let's see what we see. Kind of see one here with the swing down. Not really, though. Nothing crazy to write home about. I like to see a stronger one. High risk at this point. But there is a chance it does bounce off these levels. These are the areas that I am always looking for. The golden pocket, 0.618 with the 0.65. It's the golden pocket right there on the 4-hour time frame. And that won't change. That's the thing about fibs. You go to the daily, you go to the 4-hour, it shouldn't change. The wick areas may change the exact, but look, you're in the golden pocket again on the daily, right? 1-hour time frame also deciding to try to push up here with a bit of a double bottom. Swing down, but it really doesn't have the textbook divergence. Right there it does, though. The swing down, sharp swing up here on the 1-hour time frame. That is a bit of a bullish divergence there off the 6.5. High risk, though, for sure, If it gets a retracement, it bounces off the 0.5 at 0.56. That's like a healthy place for a move. So 11:08 and around 11:10, we want to bring you the news. So we're just going to bring you a quick batch of news. Nothing crazy. Just something to get you excited, something to keep you going. So without further ado, Bobby, roll the news, Bobby. Roll the news. Whoa. Roll the news, Bobby. Roll the news. News. Dang it, roll the news again. And in today's news, really not a good sign. Anonymous Twitter user leaks 3Commas API database. The leak comes after 3Commas repetitively told users they had been phished after widespread attacks. They kept telling us it was me. And I told them it wasn't me. I was so pissed. I started using 3 commas. Someone must have told me about it. I was in a trading group 4 years ago, and someone said, hey, you know, you're logging into a bunch of different things. You should use 3 commas. So I grabbed it. I began to use it. I began using it in 2018, if I remember correctly. I don't want to misspeak, but I'm pretty sure it was 2018. And I know I was using it by the summer of 2019 aggressively. It was the way I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And so the thing about this is, you know, I loved it. I didn't have to sign in, and I'm kind of like a set in my ways type of guy. And I got really set in my ways using 3 commas. I really, really did. And I loved it for years. And I set APIs that were probably 2-3 years old. And I should have been resetting them every 2-3 months. I never thought my API would be compromised, right? And so I ended up losing $11,000 in this whole ordeal. And I've heard now 22 million or more has been phished. There's some back-end story that's possibly there's some SBF connection here that maybe they bought. Who knows where they, this is all FUD. We don't know. But they're not coming out and being, pretty straightforward. I've even tweeted the CEO and asked for an AMA. I'm super nice. Maybe that's a message from him. You never know. I'll check it in a second. I don't want to be getting my sauce out here. But, I've been just asking as nice as I can. Shout out to Arcane Bear, man. My man. Love the Arcane Bear, dude. T-ho! But anyway, sorry, let's get back to the news. So the whole thing is that wasn't them. But, and so I kind of I asked them, I said, can we do an AMA? Like, can you just come out? Like, because I'm so straightforward and transparent. I make a mistake, I want to talk about it. So now I have to come out and be as transparent as I can be. So I used 3 commas for years. All right. Then I started doing what I do, and I started teaching people. And so when I taught people, I had really nothing else to tell them because I was like, well, I've been using this program. And I would tutor someone. I'd say, hey, I don't even care if you use my affiliate link or not. Like, it's really not up to me. I have a funny feeling with affiliate linking. Like, it has to be right for me. That's why I don't do it. That's why I don't push chat. Of course I get something every day. Do you want to do this? And honestly, I just let everybody know here too. Like, unless I meet someone and I think the project is really cool, like, oh, like you know what I think is cool? Hollow Ride. If I ever got to interview the people at Hollow Ride, I'd just like, what is it? Like, it's this experience that you get into the Audi, but the Audi car turns into a metaverse experience or something. To me, that's cool, And but at the same time, like, I want to make sure that everyone knows that my channel is really about my life, how I feel about crypto, what I'm talking about. It's a reality, internet reality life. It's in real life show. My wife comes on. You see as I grow and learn. And then I show you the charts that we're going over and everything that we're learning. And we learn every single day together through technical analysis. That's really what my channel is about. And my channel income comes from the people that pay for the education, the people that join the trading group, right? I don't get income. I don't get huge income from exchanges. I don't get huge income like all these other big boys. They make all their money off the exchanges and off other things. And I'm just saying most of my money comes from me, my teaching, and from within. It comes from me. And so I don't like to affiliate a lot because I don't know if those people are on the same frequency as me. And I've fought so hard to create a vibrational energy that I've wanted to procure. And so to me, it's all a conscious web of connection. And so when I started using 3 commas and started telling people about it, I only did it because I used it. I really had no intention of making tons of money, and it really was never it was never a desire of mine. My desire was to teach, and honestly, I'm an open person. And I said, hey, I use 3 commas. So if I didn't tell them, I'd be like, yeah, go use KuCoin. And I knew KuCoin was hard, and then I wouldn't say anything about 3 commas. That was kind of rude. So I used 3 commas for 4 years. I would tutor you and then tell you that, and not tell you about 3 commas. That would be a little strange for me because then I wouldn't be really being truthful with you. So when I tutored someone, I told them exactly what I was doing. So finally, we saw the hacker's message and confirmed that the data file is true. As an immediate action, we have asked Binance, KuCoin, and other support exchanges to revoke all keys that were connected to 3 commas. So now the exchanges are going off and deleting the keys. Okay? An API key or application program. Now, this has been going on for a month. I was hacked literally 2 weeks ago. I went away to Florida and came back. So, like, whatever happened to me, and I wasn't even hacked. I was API'd. My API was compromised because of 3 commas. And so, however it happened, And honestly, every time we hit them up, they said, oh, it's possibly you copying. I made mine a long ago on a different computer. And I'm very, very careful. I knew nobody had that API. I knew I never did anything with it. The only people that had it were me, and apparently 3 Commas had a database of it. And look, I am reasonably sure there are widespread API leaks from 3 Commas. If you have ever put an API in 3 Commas from any exchange, please disable it immediately. Stay SAFU. They came out and were doing the right thing. This is the 28th, right? And so, and I was coming out and telling everyone. And so this kind of broke in my little community, and now it's been spreading and getting bigger and bigger. And now 3 Commas, KuCoin is not compromised. This man said, Jose, we do use MEX Global. We use MEX Global all the time. That's basically our backup exchange. But I just want to make it clear that KuCoin has not been compromised at all. It's all APIs. You could even change your password at KuCoin, and the person, if you didn't delete the API, the person would still be meddling with your account. Okay? So this is serious news. I'm happy it made it to CoinDesk. I'm happy it's getting out there. But this has to be talked about, and this has to be brought out. I will not be making videos with 3 Commas anymore. I'm going to be finding a different API to use. That's a big thing that we're doing today with my team. I have a lot of work to do. I have to implement different videos into my training course and what I do. And I actually have to implement different, a whole new kind of, platform. And that hurts me because I've been using 3 Commas for a long time. So now I personally have to kind of come out and say something because it's something that's affecting me, my trading group, and everyone that I know. And I don't want to see another person get hurt. Please delete the APIs. I wouldn't open another one and use another API. We don't know if there's something in the back end that's connecting another API. I don't know if they know. Right now, they look like they have no idea. And it's sad because, the thing is, the reason why everyone's so mad at them is because they didn't have any idea. If they had an idea, then they would have been able to come out and say it, but they didn't. And it's ongoing now. I know someone that made an API 2 days ago, 3 days ago, and it happened to them. I know someone that happened to them this morning. So please, 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 we're deleting all, and it's sad. It's sad, and I apologize for, I feel like it's not my fault. I used 3 Commas for years. I felt like that was the best thing for me, and I told people what I liked the most. They could use whatever they want. It's completely up to them, right? I never said, hey, you have to use this. You do whatever makes you happy. But just kind of 3 Commas was a way to see all your different accounts in one place. And you could trace trades, you could trailing stop losses, you could sell at different profit areas. It was really handy. It did a lot of different things and tips and tricks that you couldn't do on the exchange. And it made trading on the exchange way easier and way simpler for a beginner. For a beginner, it was just buttons and slides. It made it so much easier to trade than on the exchange. So I just have to make this statement and put it out there. And I have to disconnect myself from 3 Commas. And it's sad. Right? But I have to, I don't want to, I can't receive money and I can't affiliate with something that could hurt me and my group. So that's my final statement on this. I had to sit on this for a week before I said this. I had to ask my team. I had to decide really what direction I had to go. Do I want to delete all the videos? Do I want to change the way? And they're growing. They have D commas. They're growing. I may look back on this and regret it, but I have to make a decision. And so it's not an easy decision for me personally at all. And so the news involves me personally today. And I hope you all can respect and honor my decision. And I hope if there was any trust that was hurt, I hope for me personally it can be rekindled. And I hope everybody knows that I have no ill intentions on anybody and that this hurts me so deeply. And I've been losing sleep. And the cortisol levels in my body have been going up. This has been giving me a lot of stress. I've basically gained 10 years off my life, I feel like, from this because I had all my buttons in a row. And it wasn't even about my 11,000. I really didn't care. I cared about everybody else that got hurt, honestly, like at the end of the day. And I'm not going to cry right now because I don't want to cry fake onion tears here. It's so serious that like it's not getting, usually I do cry. You guys know me. But like I'm just... I have to be affirmative right now in my decisions, and it's sad. It's sad. And no offense to the team at 3 Commas, we love you. Like I don't know what happened. I'm open-minded. I just have to protect myself, like from the team here. And I don't want to spread any FUD. We don't know what happened. We don't know. All we know is it seems that there's an open gate somewhere, somehow, and it continues to do it. And regardless of how many people, honestly, and they should have come out, I think, a week or two ago and said, delete all APIs until we get this under control. The fact that they allowed more people to continue to add APIs and continue for this to occur was a shame. Okay. All right. XRP, rival, Stellar, reports 172% increase in payments. Other positive numbers in 2022. Stellar is reporting a healthy 172 increase in payments. Yes, they went from 10 payments to 27 to 17. Pretty funny, right? I mean, network stats, total assets. They're trying to show some more payments. I get it. 6 million to 7.3 million in total accounts. Hey, I'm a Stellar fan. I own some Stellar. Go Stellar. I believe in the bigger movement of things in the new ISO 222. Stellar is something you may just want to have on your radar. 3 in 4 crypto transactions in unregulated exchanges are fake, reported. While the FTX episode remains fresh in the mind of crypto, NBR, National Bureau of Economic Research, has brought more attention to fake transactions in the cryptocurrency space. According to a working paper titled Crypto Wash Trading, 3 of 4 transactions in unregulated crypto exchanges are fraudulent. For the study, they looked at 29 unregulated crypto exchanges. The body concluded that on average, wash trade account for more than 70% of the volume. Additionally, on some exchanges, wash trading volumes went as high as 80%. As per the paper, wash trades accounted for 4.5 trillion in spot markets. Wash trades made up over 1.5 trillion in derivatives in Q1. I mean, isn't this done in all markets, though, I believe, at the end of the day? The research claims that wash trading has certain short-term rewards. According to the study, fraudulent transactions frequently affect how exchanges rank on data. So what is it? The exchange itself just buys and sells a bunch of coins on their own, with their own liquidity, and creates the idea that they have a lot of liquidity. At the press time, the global market cap stood at 831 billion, down 0.1% the last 24 hours. And we're down at like 730 on my account, right? Coinbase customers who sued the company over unauthorized crypto transfers, withholding their account information and stymieing. Lawsuit legal system been flying Gemini and its founders, Winklevoss. Coinbase customers who sued. I've never heard anything happening. Demand for users' info stolen in crypto lawsuit. Really? I didn't know people see. There's more stuff, man. And there's your news today. I'll get better at the news as we continue to go forward. But let's bring back that music and keep it moving. 11:22. But I mean, that's important news. These are things that people need to know to protect each other in the space. And most of my news will be based on protection and keeping yourself clean and making sure that you're not a victim. So definitely tune into the news, because I'm going to keep you privy to things that you know, and you're not going to have to chase all over the place. You're going to know what's going on easy and fast. All right. So we want to see that dollar take a dump on the daily. That's what we're looking at. We want to see this daily bearish death cross occur when the 50 crosses below the 200. Simple. And we're looking for that. Let's take a look at CLV with a super chat from my man. Thank you so much for CLV. May God bless you and yours. Clover Finance. This thing is down in the dumps. It's basically in like Bitcoin's kind of same idea. Very oversold, but it does have a bullish divergence, right? As it's coming up here on the RSI, but in a downtrend that could just give you a pump, and it may not be enough, but you know, you do have this falling wedge. Can you finally get on out of here? To me, what happens is you eventually hit a rock bottom and you make some type of rounded bottom. So usually you don't just spike back up to the upside and go out of nowhere, unless there's some incentive for that. But, you know, and to me, it's like you're just getting started on this, like, beginning. I think there could be, you know, who knows? We don't know, but this thing definitely has to start to round its bottom out. And I think it could take some time. I mean, there's August of 2025. So, see, this is what you're looking for. This is bear market territory. And then you start getting in. Start buying. You get a few more hits, and then the thing is off. So, we're going to know. And then what happens is And this happens every when this is how bear markets turn into bull markets. And I've been there twice, so I've seen it now. And then you're going to get these cup and handles. Then you get usually a second handle. You get a double cup and handle, and that's how things start to rip. And that's how I learned the cup and handle. I started trading bear markets that turned into a bull market. And I could sit there and go back in time and give a whole hour expose and show you all the different trades we made and what happened. And I could go back in time and and we could see how the old bear market turned into a bull market. And price action, it's not going to do exactly the same thing, but it kind of does. If you watch every bull market, you got to round a bottom. That's like rounded tops. Like you get up there, you double top. You get down there, you double bottom. You start rounded bottoms, and things start to change. All right. Can you look at DENT USDT, please? DENT USDT on Binance, right? You said it was also on MEX Global perpetual futures. And I like to see that MEX Global has a chart out there. So it just hit the perpetual, dumping down, double bottoming. It's an old coin from what I remember, and used to trade on Binance all the time. There it is, DENT there too. I remember this coin from back in the day. Look, yeah, 2019. Oh yeah, so here's a cool coin we could show you what I just talked about. So let's go back in time. So this coin came out, but say it was up here, and then it would dump, right? And like we're somewhere here, like wondering when does the dump end? Like you're here, like what's gonna happen? And I'm like, you got to eventually get some type of round bottom, And eventually, what happens is you get this cup, you get a bit of a handle, and things start to make a bump. You start getting out. Kind of shoulder, head into shoulder. You break above a previous high, and then the bull market just rips, and then things start to get out of control. Look at that thing. That thing ripped from like 0, it was like 2,000th of a penny, all the way to a penny, 12. This thing did damage, right? And that's the thing about a Satoshi coin. A Satoshi coin can be way less than a penny. You can't really go less than a penny in the regular market. So when you trade and that's why you can make more money in the crypto market, because you can buy something that has an even smaller value than a penny. You can buy something that's 1,000th of a penny, and when it hits a penny, you can 1,000x your money. It's pretty insane. So it's where you can invest the least amount and make the absolute most. There's no other place where you can do it, and it's based on math. Because if you could buy something less than a penny, but you really can't we don't have a value less than a penny, but a Satoshi is less than a penny. So you can buy something that's a Satoshi and ride it up to 10 Satoshis. So this is the true reason why crypto, in my humble opinion, is the way to go, right? HIDOODLE just continuing sideways. You see that? Makes me want to just change the pattern a bit. Four hours very overbought and consolidating. It's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's the only thing hot today, but it may have to come down to that 21 simple. 1 hour got spent already, and that needs to come on back down. A little bit of a gain in the last 4 hours, though. Yeah, look at that, 20%. Could have been a 3, 5, 10. Only thing cooking are these high coins, really, the last few days, sad to say. But it's the end of the year. You got to find something to breathe on, something to just chew on. Yeah, I had a feeling about CB for a short minute. I don't know what that means. Thoughts on HIMEEBITS? HIMEEBITS blows. They added to their supply and tanked the market, my humble opinion. And you can almost see a shoulder, head, and a shoulder here. Is there more downside for it? Possibly. Let's take a look at the daily. Daily's very oversold. 22 hours beat to the ground. 4 hour. Of all the coins, it's retraced all the way to the downside. Can it get them gain? is the question. It's at the 886. I mean, it's retraced all the way. It's given it all back. It's now below the 200 SMA on the 4-hour time frame, which is bearish. Attempting to hold the bottom here, but it could go lower to this point of control. So it is trying to round that bottom. I'll give you that. And it's very oversold on the time frames that you want it to be on. Kind of a crazy cup and handle. Could HIMEEBITS get a big move? It could here. 12-hour does want to push to the upside. 8-hour looks pretty, not amazing. 6 hours has more downside too as well. So they're not trustworthy. They're in and out. Right? These coins are just you gotta be very careful with the little coins. They're scalp onlys. That's why I can't believe how much they went up. I'm like, that's just insane to me. You know, Gens gets a move. FX, well, Moonwell, what a coin. Wish I called that one, right? Moonwell, that's hilarious. About a year. Crypto Brat, crypto veterans in the chat. 1 year plus. About a year. Almost 2 years. Tonight. How many? Yeah. Tell me, how long have you been in crypto? Let me know. We got people kind of winding down here at 11:31. How long have you been in crypto? Yeah, I have a feeling about CB. I don't know what it means there. Thank you for bringing us high vibration every day. Thank you for building it with love. As above, so below. Love is such a beautiful thing. Lifers for life. Shout out to Love Learning. We love you. A year, 2 years. How long have you been in crypto? Kevin Baker, a year. Komodo, about 2 years. 2 years, 1.5 years. Since Silk Road. My man's an OG. Coinbase feels shady to me is what I meant. Amen. 1 year. Crypto space. Going for 6 years. 2008. About 3 years. 1 year. Since 2013. 1 year, 1 month. 18 months. Smash that like button. 2 years. 2.5 years. 1 year. Started the beginning of the year. 5 years after I was investing. 3 to 4 years. Thomas Semenich. Nearing 2 years. 2 months. 2020. So you guys are babies. 2 years in crypto is like, I remember my first 2 years in crypto was like, whatever. I got in like late 2016, kind of mid 2016 when I really started diving in. So by 2018, I had my 2 years, and now it'll be 5 years from then. I mean, this is crazy how fast time is flying. 1.7 years, Walid Siam, my man. 2 years, few weeks before the Luna crash. Been a lifer for 2 years next month. Should be a millionaire if it weren't for Quadriga CX. Man, 5 years, 1 year, I found you. Amazing. I only know downside mostly. Anku Kutsibutsu, yeah, he's never really seen the big pumps that can occur. I didn't even know what a bear or a bull was. Interesting. Interesting. 200 before Bitcoin. Yeah, it's funny, right? Saw your post yesterday. You'll be back stronger, man. Shout out to CJ Baker. 6 months. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's jump back into Bitcoin and see what's happening for the bigger, broader market. So we got a bit of a pump here. Look at that. Try to get a move out of this rising wedge. However, I'm just, the only good thing about this thing is it's kind of back inside the zone. And could you making a shoulder, kind of a right head and a shoulder? I've seen that. It's messy. You got this shoulder here. You kind of have a head here. It's kind of it's a messy pattern. But right now the 1 hour is overbought. So I'm expecting more downside out of this rising wedge or some sideways behavior. If we stay above this trend line here, this white trend line that I have drawn, that's the bigger trend line of this bigger pattern. Okay. Let me zoom back in for you. If we stay above that, we can remain bullish, but I have to remain bearish because I don't see Bitcoin making higher highs. I see it continuing giving up its position. So with that being said, there's really nothing else I can do. My hands are tied. So it is what it is. Yeah, and honestly, I put 670 grand into Bitcoin from 2013 to 2018. My settlement money from a catastrophic motor vehicle accident, all stolen by a greedy bit. I can't believe that. You'd be like the richest dude in the world right now. I mean, that's insane. I started off mining at the worst time. Justin Cashmore. Hey, man, if you hold it long enough, all the pumps on Bitcoin are going to be sold lots, looking and waiting to sell. And we'll take a look at Bookmap before I jump on out of here, just to take a look at the liquidity for you. Bookmap is an amazing tool that you can use to look at the markets. All right. And what it's going to show you is how many people are attempting to buy and sell Bitcoin on the open market. All right. Specifically through the futures derivative contracts. I dropped in an SC for Lunacy. Luna, isn't that funny? Lunacy. Did you check the tweets yet? Damn it. Not trying to show my messages. Like, what the heck? Okay. Bitcoin, the key to winning in 2024. Right? Bitcoin, the key to winning. All right. Oh, yeah. 38 and 23. Come on, man. I was going to bless someone $100 BTC, but you guys don't want to do it. We don't want to get 50 comments or 70 comments and 50 retweets. I don't get it. I guess people just don't love BTC. Make a Twitter account. I would do it right away. Without a doubt in my mind. I'm going to be a Scrooge on it too. Like, I started mining with XYO, then HNT, and then Bitcoin, and fell down the rabbit hole. Interesting. I put all my unemployment money I got during the pandemic into Bitcoin. Now I'm holding on for dear life. Man. Hey, that's crazy. Oh, man. Buying the tops, man. Buying the tops. We wait for these moments. We wait for this blood in the street. We wait for these years to accumulate. You know what I'm saying? Found Lifer and I dove back in. I'm happy I could get your energy back in the game, man. I appreciate that. May God bless you and yours, bro. May God bless you and yours. So we're at a resistance. I mean, bounce, and we're back at a resistance. You can see it. Likely we dump to the downside here, in my humble opinion. But, we'll go from there one step at a time, one moment at a time. 1 hour is overbought. 15 minutes is oversold. Can you squiggle your way sideways? There's a chance. There's a chance. Late 2017, 2018, but just started getting into trading. I'm going to trade no matter what 3 commas did to us. Dominic, I love you, man. God bless you for saying that. Hi, Doodles. Strong support, fam. My man. Some bought Bitcoin at 100. Can you believe that? I wonder how, who, and which platform. Some people got lucky, man, at the very beginnings. Or stashed it on, there were probably hot wallets on your computer that you could stash. I wonder how you still access an old wallet like that. I always worry too, what happens when a wallet just becomes, Dunsky. So HISQUIGGLE, only thing really on my radar today that I'm looking at closely. HISQUIGGLE, a few other things that my trading group is looking at, and we got some elite traders looking at some stuff too. That's kind of what's going down. Hold on 1 second. You're gonna have to see a blast screen. I had Bookmap running earlier. Let me run it up again. With the stream and everything, and even a $5,000 computer and everything that they have to offer, I think this thing would run so smooth. It would be out of control. Let's let Bookmap load up now. It is. I knew my head was cut off a little bit. I was like, my hair's not that flat. Have to widen my stance. Usually loads the second time. I don't know why. There you go. I only paused it for a little bit too because it was running all morning. It was heavy liquidations throughout the morning. it's cool. You got the liquidation indicator on the right side once it starts to come in. I guess it won't keep the old liquidations. It's weird. I always save an exit, but there was heavy liquidations in there. So just show me where the buys and sells are for Bitcoin. You can see there's a lot of sells at 16,007. Big sell wall here. 1,000 Bitcoin, 500 Bitcoin, 800 Bitcoins on the order book. You know, attempting to get sold off. People trade Bitcoin like gummies. You know, not as important to them as it is to us. It's insane. Swinging 100 Bitcoins, 1,000 Bitcoins around like it's nothing, right? So up here, 16, you know, so it says the order book will reach up into this area. It's going to try to, it's going to grab that liquidity. There's not much down here, but it does say that we could just get sold down, all right? So honestly, I see mixed signals for Bitcoin. I see sideways or to the downside, honestly, if I had to call it. Sideways or to the downside, in my humble opinion, for BTC. So Bitcoin's struggling pretty much, and I don't see a lot on the order book here for Bookmap, all right? And that kind of brings us to the end of the show. I appreciate everyone for jumping on in. I appreciate you for coming on in. And we'll probably go to 12 once the market rips back up. But right now, you know, everyone's with their family. I get it. Low view count, low stream count. It is what it is. But I appreciate everyone that sticks with me. There's still things to learn. We went over a lot today. We talked about the death cross. We talked about how important the 200 SMA is in many different occasions. We went over a bunch of different Fibonacci polls. If you didn't know your Fibonacci, I don't know. I see people in my group, they're like, I don't get Fibonacci. And I'm like, do you just watch the live stream? I'm like, because I pull one like 100 times a week, right? Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. I love you all. Thank you for helping me pick out my outfit. We'll do it again tomorrow. I'll see you again for another beautiful live stream. May God bless each and every one of you. Remember, I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Take the trades one step at a time. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. If anyone reaches out to you, says they would like you to start a fund or they want to, you know, there's some cool new product that you could, that is not me. That is a scammer. Do not answer DMs. I do not have time to DM people. Okay? So just, I want you to understand that is not me. If you're tweeting, make sure you're getting a tweet from the guy with the check. All right. Thank God we do finally have a check there on Twitter. I appreciate that. Shout out to everybody here on the live. May God bless each and every single one of you. You can, you will, you are the best. You can do anything you put your mind to. I'll see you on the next live stream, baby.